Hello there YouTube, it's Conspiracy Boy here with another Carboot haul video. It was very rainy again today, and even though it looked miserable outside, we still went to the faraway Carboot sale, which I don't normally go to if it's bad weather. I only go to the local one, but it sort of seems worth it this week, I think. So first thing we picked up today would have been this. Very small little plane. It's almost like micro machine sized, and that sort of gives away what it came from. I can't remember what they were called, ring protectors or something, plane protectors. But Jeff Solo introduced them to me a few years back. I never had these as a kid. But it was a trader, and he had a box full of toy planes and whatnot, and this just happened to be in there. And so I asked him how much, and he said 20 pence. So even though it's got a bit of a broken thing in, I'm sure I can take that bit out. And yeah, it's got to be worth more than 20p, doesn't it? Yeah, of course it does. So what other stuff did we pick up? I think the next thing would have probably been this little lot. This fella had a box full of toy cars. I'd watched someone else rummage through it, so I wasn't very hopeful. I did find a few of these. They're like micro machines, but they feel like they're made of metal. I've never seen them die cast before. I've seen a lot of micro machines, but they're always plastic. So I don't know. I thought he's probably going to charge me some more money than you want to pay for a micro machine. And then I found this little beetle in there, which is definitely a little G1 bumblebee. I don't know how many G1 bumblebees I must have now. This one's not in the best of nick, but it's not in bad shape either. I'll see if I can transform him on camera for you. This is what Bumblebee used to be, guys. Way back when. That was Bumblebee. Yeah. Not sure if I prefer him like this or in the more modern version, but either way, he said the toy cars were 50p each, or 3 for £1, and I tried to be cheeky and say, well look, these are only they're not like the regular size. Are they any cheaper? No, he wanted £1 for the 3 of them, which I don't think is a bad price for these die cast things and a G1 Bumblebee. So yeah, that was £1. So I was £1.20 down, and then it just all started drying up. I couldn't see anything else. That was almost all the Carboot sale done, and that sucks because I'd spent like £1.20 and had 4 little things that I could fit in my pocket as opposed to needing a rucksack for. Anyway, someone else started turning up and unboxing their stuff, and they had this, and it was just sat on the top of a box. I thought, it looks like some sort of Lego Polly Pocket type castle, maybe. I walked over and saw that it was actually Hogwarts. It opens up and it is like a Polly Pocket looking thing. And get inside it. Unfortunately, I think it's missing all the pieces, absolutely everything. So I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on it. So I asked the lady how much she wanted, and she was Polish, and she said she wanted £2. So I obviously offered her 1 because that's what you do, and she said no, it was £2. So I thought, well, I've got nothing else, I might as well roll the dice on this for £2. So we took this weird Hogwarts playset. It looks like it could play music or something if you change the battery in it, but I'm not sure I have any spare little pieces for this. I don't think so, to the best of my knowledge. So yeah, I took that for £2, and I thought I'd see what else she pulled out of her out of the car, because you never know. And most of it was wicker baskets and stuff I wasn't interested in. And there was a cardboard box with a few books and DVDs in, and I looked, and it had this carrier bag here of a jewellery shop, and inside it had all this jewellery, and I don't know anything about jewellery. Most of it looked really cheap and tacky and god awful. And there was lots of these little boxes in there. There was also this, which I saw like that, and I'll be honest, YouTube, if I rummage it in a bag of tat and I see what looks like someone's purse, if it's found to be full of money, I will make an offer on it. Like, I'll offer you 50p for this purse with £20 in it. That has happened before. But yeah, it wasn't actually a purse, it was a Nintendo DS. And it was working, so I was like, oh, Jesus. I also saw this iPod at the bottom of the bag as well, which is out of battery, but is an iPod 8 gig. What I didn't see was it also had this in there, which had 5 Nintendo DS games. They're not very good games, they're games that you see for like 50p, but yeah. So I asked her how much she wanted for this bag of jewellery. Obviously the jewellery just happened to find its way to the top of the carrier bag and the DS to the bottom. And she took the bag off me and she rummaged around and she saw all the boxes and the jewellery, and she said, you know what, a fiver. So I gave her a fiver, £7 in total, and I left her with this Harry Potter thing, a Nintendo DS, a selection of games, an iPod, and all this horrendous jewellery. Which I'll probably donate to a charity shop because I'm a nice guy like that. So that wasn't too bad. That brought my total spend up from £1.20 to £8.20. I then went back inside where there's a toy trader at this car boot sale, and he runs his stall every week with his wife. And he has a big row of figurines that are £1 and a big row of figurines that are £3, and then he has special ones that he puts at the back that he wants like a fiver or a tenner for. And just because it's on his back shelf doesn't actually mean it's particularly valuable or desirable, he just thinks it's worth that much money. So he didn't know what these were. I picked one up a few weeks ago. It was like some dark elf with some little swords in his hand, and he also had these that he wanted £5 for each of them, and he had 3. And then I went back one week and he only had the 2 there, and the one that he wanted a fiver for that I liked, he'd accidentally put in with the £3 figures, so I thought, oh well, we'll have that. And now he accidentally left these on the same table, and then he definitely is still charging a fiver for them. But he went off to do something and it was just his wife there, and I said, oh, can I give you a fiver for 2 of the £3 each figures? And she was like, yeah, sure. So I took the ones he wanted a tenner for a fiver. I don't even play World of Warcraft. I've never played World of Warcraft. I don't know who makes these figures. I would imagine it's McFarlane from the detail in them, but they are incredibly detailed. I don't need to know what race it is or anything like that. They just look awesome. What he wanted for them was too much, but £2.50 each. I'm happy to pay £2.50 for a figure that's really highly detailed like that. And then just before we left, walked back round and found a trader with a load of Pokemon cards. Quite a lot of Pokemon cards. In fact, so many Pokemon cards that if you want to hear about Pokemon cards, there's another video that I've already uploaded before I uploaded this one, which covers all of the Pokemon cards. If you want to see the Pokemon cards, there's some Pokemon cards. If you want to hear more, if you want to know the story behind the Pokemon cards, then go watch that. But long story short, that was £25 worth of Pokemon cards. So it's like 25, 30, 40, 2, 43, 20. Oh, and then these for 60p, 43, 20, 40. Yeah, was these. They're little pod racers. They were at the second car boot sale that I paid £1 entry in for, and this is all I bought. There was literally nothing. I don't know if getting there any earlier would have proved any more full, but yeah, thank God I drove to the big car boot sale, otherwise this would have been a real washout. Yeah, that was this week's car boot haul, guys. I'm going to try and upload last week's car boot haul So stay tuned for more backdated Carboot haul videos. Until next time, guys, bye bye. Oh, and a big shout out to one of our newest YouTubers, Nerdtastic Nerd. Please go over and check out his last Carboot haul video, which was also his first Carboot haul video, where he found a Mannix figure and a load of Swamp Thing comics, and I think a Teenage Mutant Ninja Hero turtle of some kind, which is pretty damn impressive for your first Carboot haul video, especially at this time of year. So for more awesome Carboot toy haul videos, check out Nerdtastic Nerd. Until next time, guys, Conspiracy Boy back in the day toys signing off.